let me start off this video by saying two things. First thing is, this is private PB footage for when I was allowed to play TFT last Friday with a lot of other playtesters in the private playtest group. The bad thing is, and this is the second thing I wanted to share with you, is my in-game volume was so loud you actually couldn't hear me clearly on the old video. So what I have to do, and what you're watching right now, is I'm redubbing my own video I made a day or two ago. And honestly, I'm pretty upset because I thought that, you know, I talked and explained the gameplay very well at the time. And I'm hoping that I can explain the gameplay in hindsight fairly well as well. I have placed bottom 4 in every single game I've played today. And this one... Yeah, so I really wanted to start with Yordles or potentially go Sorcerers. And if you see, this is the UI of the game. I put in the Lulu. It's got very clear, nice drag and drop. Lulu is a mage, Yordle mage. So it allows me to go either Yordles or mages. At the very top, you see the very clean UI. It shows you what stage you just played, what stage you're on, and what stage you're playing next. On the left, you see the synergies. On the right, you see the scoreboard. I don't necessarily know if I like that. I kind of like seeing the hexes. And when you drag your mouse outside of the screen, like the hexes disappear. I don't know if I like that. I kind of like seeing the hexes on the board, but on the left side, I see. It seems pretty clear what you get. These first 3 rounds are the same as DAC, where you'll have 3, you know, nice little rounds where you can potentially get items against PvE units. And notice the thing that I'm mousing over, that's gold interest. Every 10 gold you bank, you get 1 interest globe that shows up. And the opposing one on the right is for your opponents. So I decided to go the cast and pair because I'm already going Sorcerers. So I decided to go the cast and pair because I'm already going Sorcerers. And also you pick up every pair that you can at the very beginning. I have the option to go noble pairs, but since I already have the Lulu, it looks like we're kind of locking ourselves in a little bit more toward the idea of let's going mages. And you see Caston's kind of like anti-mage in DAC. He's actually like the mage tank. He makes it so the enemy player can't we ran into an interesting problem where Caston is the only unit in the game where if you mouse over his ability, you actually can't see what it does. But I played it before, so what happens is when you hit a unit with mana, you gain mana shield and you drain the mana from the other player, which is great because you're you're a mage tank, and it's something that I can use to build something around. And you see, this, I got super lucky because I have 2 pairs. I have 2 pairs show up exactly in the things that I want. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm locking this. I've never used the lock feature before, but this is what I automatically have to do it here. The lock feature was not available a week ago, so this is great. But yeah, we're locking here. And you notice how when you automatically buy 3 of a unit, it combines onto the board the unit's on. Oh, and this is also the great thing. If you don't have enough units in play, the game will automatically push units in play for you. So right there, I forgot to put in a Lulu, and the game was like, hey, you're an 88, here's the Lulu in for you. So I can't lose the creep route if the game literally gives me the unit for free onto the board. So a little bit of help in case you mess up. Now we have 2 pairs, and honestly, like, we're huge. Right now, I don't know what I want to build my items. And like, for me, I want to try to put like kind of tank item onto Caston, but I don't know. I don't think I have anything I want to combine with it. He's gonna be my front line for a little bit, so I decided to give him some armor. And in the future, with a different item, I'll combine it onto Caston to do something. But I pretty much think to myself, I'm never gonna replace Caston. I'm gonna go Sorcerers, and if I do, I can just sell them and get the item back. And you see the item system is really nice. If you hover over any item on top of a unit with an item, you get to see the combination and what it does. So you can just think about that in the game. And unfortunately, in this situation, the first round, what ended up happening was the other person just had 4 units, and the Garen is 2-star. Garen went off and then just destroyed me. It's okay. Lulu's ulti is exactly the same in game. It gives you a little bit of health boost and knocks people up for a little bit. The other player has 2 knights, 1 ranger, and he had 4 units, so he leveled up. I think we'll be strong next round or 2. So I'm not I'm not too worried here. Yeah, so right now the biggest thing I'm worried about is like the game is important. It requires you to build frontline, and so I wanted to build frontline to make sure that I can go through the early game easily. So the two best front lines early game are brawlers as well as knights. There's 3 1-star knights and like 2 2-star brawlers, 1 1-star brawler. Brawlers give you extra HP. Right here, I sold my bench to get 4 units. I think the extra unit strength matters a lot early, maybe even more than the pair. And right here, I would have been in big trouble if I didn't have an anti-mage, because his Luden's Echo does extra damage on every time he casts his ulti, but my anti-mage hit it to absorb his mana, which is excellent for me, makes this a really easy game. Yeah, Locket's a great item, and honestly, maybe I should put it on him early to win earlier rounds. Right now, I'm a little bit I'm not sure, because I think there's better options for him in the future. Alright, so what do we want here? Yeah, we're currently in the very top position, and we want to get mages. So we're eyeing like the Lulu and the Veigar. We really want the Veigar. Really want the Veigar. Unfortunately, we're like 4th place right now, so we're the 4th person that unlocks in this carousel. And I'm just begging, hoping, like, please unlock. I need to get out ASAP. So I'm looking for the Veigar, snagged it up. Perfect. So as soon as I get the Veigar, I think to myself, I can finally run mages correctly. The thing about mages, the first 2 mages that I have, I actually don't really do magic damage. They're like utility mages. So like, I think to myself, as soon as I pick up this Veigar, I want to like omega stack this Veigar this game. I want to make Veigar like God this game. And like, I realized that Shojin builds out of tier as well as BF sword. I think, that would be really interesting. I decide really early onto this game, hey, I just found 3 mages, right, with Caston, Lulu, Veigar, and I'm gonna make Shojin. Which sounds a little bit counterintuitive if you play League of Legends, but I really think that like in playtests before, I've had Veigar with 3 items just kill everyone, and so I really think this has a lot of potential. So the Veigar's ulti, it kills people if Veigar's a higher star than they are, or it just does flat damage. And in this situation, Veigar ulti twice. It does 300 to 600 damage, but the auto kill is like the really nice function. So I'm hoping at this point I find a lot more Veigars. Instead I found another 2-star Caston. So I decided to put this in over the Brawler because it's gonna be better. I think I do. We sell all the nobles because there's no way we're gonna use them. Okay. And here I pick up a Braum. Braum is a guardian, and there's 2 guardians in the game. I think I should level here. I think I'm win streaking right now. There's no indicator for win or loss. So right now I think I'm win streaking, and I kind of consider buying a level. But there's no indicator in the game currently if you're win streaking or lose streaking. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure I am, and as soon as I see the enemy team, I regret not leveling because I think to myself, shit, like he's level 5, I should also be level 5. I think I'm really fortunate to have 2 2-star units in the front to just tank them really, really well, while he has all like what looks like tier 1 units. So right now we're saving up to 10 gold, and you see the globule on the left, that's the interest gold. So right now, I'm waiting for my army to appear. I was so confused, I thought I lost my army. So we decided to level up and just put something in. For me, it doesn't really matter. I think you should put in anything that's I decided to put in 2 brawlers. I lost the 2-star Caston for this. I'm not sure if this is better, to be honest. But the extra brawler health frontline. Look, I'm just trying to make everything live so that my Shojin Veigar can kill everyone. And then I fight this guy, which has some assassins, so I'm a little bit worried. Okay. Veigar's actually doing a lot of work here. Ooh, thank God it actually ended up working out. If any of the assassins jumped back to Veigar, it would have been really disastrous for me. I see another Lulu here. It's really interesting. I don't know if I necessarily want it, but I'm trying to reorganize my brawlers so that they'll tank a lot better for me. So usually you want to hit econ spikes at this time. Yeah, usually you want to try to econ as well as you can. I already have 6 castings, 2 2-star castings. I'm probably gonna look to sell a Braum or the Lulu. So I decided to sell the Lulu here instead. I'm just looking to hit the econ. So right now I'm 2nd place with 20 econ, and that's super good. Right now I'm holding on to the large rod because if combining the large rod with Lulu makes gives her more AP, but it doesn't necessarily do that much else for her. I want it on potentially another person so I can get sick, like a better item on a better carry, whereas Lulu is more of a utility bot. So sick, I have an extra 2 gold from the interest on the left, and we're just waiting to see how this works out. The Elementalist is really interesting here. I don't think I want to skip this. So at 27 gold, I could sell my bench for it. And right now I'm looking around to see how much interest. So first place has 2, third place has 1. Icarus has 0, 0. Like an econ, especially in terms of health, I'm like the best or the 2nd best on the board, which is really good for me. First place is 100% win streaking, so that's to be expected. This guy has 6 units, so I expect to lose here. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but yeah, I don't really see myself winning this. Ooh, and it's looking really good for me. So like, I'm really lucky. You see my Veigar ended up getting 2 ultis off, potentially even getting 3 ultis off here. There's 3 ultis. Almost 4 ultis. Like Veigar definitely did a lot of work there. I decided to take everything I could because I can't econ to 30 gold here unless I wanted to sell Braum. I didn't want to, so we ended up just taking the Shyvana so she doesn't show up again because everything's a shared pool. And then we're deciding what we want to buy. I really like the idea of the ninja because it's an elementalist. I decided, you know what, brawlers are out. I don't want brawlers anymore. I want to put in 2 elementalists, and I also want, because I just picked up 3 elementalists, right? And I accidentally sold my Warwick without realizing I had a 3 Warwick. So I think to myself, I'm gonna put in 2 elementalists, but then I thought the elementalists were 2 to get to summon the unit, but it's actually 3, which means like for sure I lose this round. There's no way. Z Pike is really pivotal for comps like this. So that guy's running a pirate comp that gets gold at the end of the round, and like he just owned me because I have no frontline. Frontline is really important when you're playing this game. But it's okay, like I'm econing super well. I'm not too worried. I'll take a little bit of hit. I'm still 2nd place, which means I'm 2nd to last to unlock for the carousel. So we're just kind of waiting. So what do we want? What do we want? We were going Sorcerer, Elementalist. And I don't know what I want. Everything is bad. I'm thinking maybe I take the Gnar because the frontline unit with Magic Dust. But then I realized that I'm looking to stack my Veigar to infinity. So in fact, I take an item or a unit I can't use. So I take the only 2-star unit in the pool, Blitzcrank, because I just want the recurve bow. I'm looking to stack this Veigar to infinity, okay? Because like for me, Veigar is like the key part of this build. So we sell it immediately, put it on Veigar, and then we get Rage Blade on Veigar, which is great. It stacks infinitely. I have 2 huge items on Veigar, and as long as Veigar can ulti a lot, like I'm in a really good spot. So right now, like I need to take away some of my stuff. I decided to keep Kennen in. Kennen is a ninja, and if you only have 1 ninja in, he gets an attack buff. He also has some like AoE CC that could also work. Yeah, I feel like leveling up and putting in 3 elementalists is my goal right now. So I'm at 40 gold. I expect to lose the next couple of rounds, and until I can get level 6, but that's okay. I'm gonna lose some of my health. Do you see how fast my Veigar is ulting right now? Look at that guy. Holy shit. It ultied again. and I almost have 3 ultis and my front line evaporated. So I'm feeling really good right now. And I don't really want Warwicks anymore. Like, they're really, really weak right now. I want Guardian frontline, ideally, because as 2 of they're very strong. I pick up the Kennen here, and I decide I'm probably going to sell the Warwicks. I'm just thinking about it right now, but you know. At this point, I'm also considering going 6 Yordles. Because I see the Yordle Knight, and I'm like, well, I can pick up a Gnar. We can maybe just go 6 Yordles for higher dodge chance. And in the end, I decide we're not going to do it. And we're going to just put in another Yordle. And I decide to hold the Poppy to see if in the future, maybe I do just end up picking up, like, you know, 2 Poppies. And then we can decide for something. And then I realized I don't have any frontline with this comp, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get owned. So frontline is really important. But personally, I knew I sacked the last 2 rounds. I'm sacking for econ. Look, I have 4 globes to the left, so I have 40 gold of interest, and I look over there and he only has 2. So I'm expecting to lose probably like 20, 40 health. And it seems like right now people are stacking the left side. I really don't like being right next to them. I find a 3rd Kennen, which is great. Find another Sorcerer, find another Braum. We just decide to get rid of the Warwicks, and I need to reposition. I'm gonna reposition because I got really scared of stacking on the left side. Put in another casting because it's my other 2-star unit, and I don't want to put in Braum until I have Leono for the synergy. I'm at 49 gold. If I don't win this, I'll probably sell a gold to get 50 interest. And then I realized I swapped into the next person. So this is really, really scary. I actually messed up like, this ended up being kind of unlucky that I swapped in this person. Luckily, I found a 2-star Kennen right before this. And you see the Ahri on the enemy team is like super stacked as well. So like, I'm really scared here because if the Ahri gets another ulti off, like, I might die there. But luckily, my casting ended up being on him. And I won, so I have to sell any units. So right here, I'm going to start leveling. Remember, we want 3 Elementalists and Sorcerers in. And then we get a Veigar, great, and we get a Braum. So these are okay. I don't really have tanks. Yeah, so I don't really have tanks. So Castan is kind of my pseudo tank. Castan is kind of like the tank of mages, anyways. So I don't know exactly how wolves jump. In DAC, wolves at 15 are assassins. They jump to your backline. I assume that the same thing's gonna happen here. So I put all my backline or my front line at the very back. I think it works out. Yeah, so I'm thinking with Poppy, I'm holding on to her for now because maybe I can find a knight that kind of matches. We can slot 2 knights in instead of maybe 2 guardians, because Poppy's a pretty decent knight. And so, I swear to God right now that Veigar is gonna hard carry me, and he's only 1 star right now. As soon as I level him up, like, for sure I'm gonna get a lot of value from him. There's Lulu. So right now, we're just gonna go to 7. Like, I just want to get to 7 ASAP. Right now, we're really just missing. We want to get to 7 and try to put in 3 Elementalists. So right now, I don't feel comfortable putting it in because they're just so weak right now. I feel like without frontline, it's gonna suck. But you know what? I try it anyways because I don't know how strong the little thing's gonna be. The tank that comes out. I think they summon Daisy. So we put in 3 Elementalists. See how it works out. I'm on the opposite side, which is great. Exactly what I wanted. And we summoned the little tank. I don't know how tanky it is. I don't know what he does. But I just know he's supposed to tank for your units. You see Lulu popping off right here. Lulu ultied again. Oh, not Lulu. Sorry, Veigar. Do I win this? I don't even remember. They glacial stunned my Kennen, which is unfortunate for me. And I ended up winning this. So thank God. I kind of like the Elementalist summon. It's a lot better than I originally expected. And so as I see more Elementalists, I think to myself, you know what? We're gonna go Elementalist this game for sure. 3 points to put another unit on the board. I don't think I have anything but the Braum to put on the board. Is it worth 12 gold to put in another unit on the board? That's what I'm thinking right now. I only have a Braum to put in, and so I'm wondering if it's worth it to lose the interest to put something on. I decided not to do it because I wanted to greed. I won the last round anyways. I'm trying to reposition to figure out a way to get this stuff out. And then it got really unlucky for me because he stacked on the right side. If anything can cut to my backline and die instantly. So right here, like, I just got annihilated pretty much. Kennen ult comes out. I don't think I'm gonna win this. Maybe. It turns out actually that the Kennen and Brand ulti ended up doing a lot of work for me. But unfortunately, ooh, actually ended up winning that. Even with the cat with the gunblade. I'm surprised how much the summon is helping me out. Right here on the carousel, I think to myself, I want the Elementalist. I need the Elementalist. I want the Anivia. But there's no way we can get it. There's no way. So instead, I see the Brand. I want the Brand really badly because I already have 2 brands. So you see, they took the Anivia. We already knew that was gonna go. When you're very high up, you really want to like kind of have a tier list of what you want. So I want the Brand. I'm hoping they're not taking it, and it's gone. So I don't know what I want now. I think to myself, recurve bow. We're stacking. Remember, we're stacking the Veigar to literally the heavens right now. So I'm just taking a random unit with recurve bow because all I want it for is the item. It sucks I missed the Anivia because she's an Elementalist and she's a legendary unit. So we decided to go ahead and pick up Gnar and hold on to him for now. And right here, putting in the Braum was actually really fortunate for me. I didn't realize that I had Glacial with Lysandra, so we ended up activating another thing for us. So we ended up having 3 Elementalists, 3 Sorcerers, a Glacial, Ninja, and 3 Yordles, which is great for us. Like, we have so many synergies I didn't expect to have. And right now, I accidentally positioned my Elementalist so far on the right that my Daisy ended up being summoned so far away. Not good for me. You look at the Brand bounce, does a lot of damage. If you look at... I'm really sad that like I haven't found another Veigar, but I haven't really been rolling for him, right? I'm just trying to greed Econ to try to push higher levels right now. Look, I'm still 2nd place right now. I'm feeling pretty good about the game state. Like, for sure, I know I'm in top 3, and I found the Veigar here. Huge upgrade. We're actually in business here. Do I go to 8 then? I feel like I'm really stacked. I'm like super decked. So I think to myself, do I go to 8? Okay, the idea is that we add in if we can find the other Guardian. So I'm thinking like I don't know what to do. Do I re-roll and stay at 7 or do I go to 8? And I think to myself, after the Veigar upgrade, I feel pretty strong. And I have like pretty much all the synergies I want. So like we're kind of thinking about like what do we want here? Probably a 2nd Guardian, like a Leona would be excellent. And so I decided, you know what, we're gonna just push to 8 and try to find something like that. Just look at the Veigar here, just pop it, like literally like 4 ultis around. This is the strongest Veigar ever, and we end up killing someone right here. So we're at the point where like people are just slowly dying left and right, and there's only 6 people left. Nothing. I see that I want to pick up another Braum. I very much doubt I'm gonna get a Braum 3. So I started looking at the opponents, seeing how much econ they have. I think the Elementalist buff was a lot stronger than I first expected. That's what I'm saying in game right now. And I don't think I'm gonna increase. I don't think I'm gonna change my comp drastically. Like we're pretty much stuck with what we have, and we can maybe replace like the Lulu with a better mage, maybe like an Aurelion Sol or Karthus. And we're looking for like a Leona right now. Oh wow, that's a scary comp. 2 dragons as well as the Aries. I think if they need to backline Aurelion Sol because he needs time to build mana. But the Ari herself does incredible amounts of damage. Like Ari just kills people with 1 ulti, 2 people with 1 ulti. All right, now my right side's dead. Yeah, the Ari is almost killing my entire team by herself. Now we're in top 5 business. I'm feeling really good right here. We look at the units. We're just finding Dravens, nothing too crazy. We find the creep round, and look, I'm already into 8. The total level and the amount of levels in the game right now are 9, down from 10 from before. And I don't know what to really put in here. I'm deciding we'll just put in the Brand. Probably better to put in the Cassidy actually. We wanted to add a little bit more damage. It looks really unlikely that I'll be able to go Ari here. And I'm thinking to myself, like, do I just sell the Ari? But I kind of want to just sell the Lulu because I feel like the ulti isn't really doing much, and I want the item on the Lulu. So like, I'm really considering like how to optimize my mages right now. Like right now, Veigar's casting so fast, you sometimes don't see the animation, you can only hear it. Which is hilarious. Like, Veigar is legit killing everyone. I just need bodies in front of him. So we're just trying to go for so many 3-stars at the same time, which honestly isn't very good. I rolled over the Caston, which is so bad for me. I'm looking for a 3-star Caston, and then I decide oh, it sucks that I missed it. And I'm so deep now that I don't know what I want anymore. I decided to keep rolling, and we ended up finding a Lissandra, which is great. A Lissandra too. And actually, watch where Daisy gets spawned here. I didn't realize. I don't know how Daisy spawns. I realized it spawns on next to an Elementals. I boxed in Daisy on the right, and so like it ended up spawning at a pretty bad spot, but it could have been a lot worse. Kennen ultis everyone here, and Veigar's got 3 ults off now, and it's over. Like, I'm feeling ultra strong. I don't know who could beat me at the moment, and I think to myself, like, what am I actually gonna get 3 stars of? I don't know. Like, right now, I'm really looking for Leona. Leona gives everyone 30 armor, which is really important against, like, assassin comps or just making my frontline better. The 2 Guardians can round out any comp in the game. And wow, I ended up picking it up. So obviously take this out. And what it does is it makes it so every unit in 1 hex around it gets 30 armor. So I'm trying to position my units to where like my important units get 30 armor. So right here I positioned it like this, which makes every unit but the Lulu get 30 armor. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That works out fine. But this positioning cost me a little bit. Like, it actually cost me a lot here. I start rolling. I don't know if I'm gonna go Yordle still. I don't know if I'm gonna go Morgana. We're kind of still iffy about it all, but look at where my Daisy gets spawned. I did not know it was gonna do that. Why isn't it spawned on my other Elementalists? Unfortunately, like, Daisy's just trapped here, so I got crushed by assassins. And the main reason why I put in Leona is you know, to make sure I didn't get crushed by it. Fortunately, I'm so strong that I can still win the fight. Even without Daisy, but definitely need to reposition immediately after. I think to myself, if I can beat that guy right now, like, I feel really good about my odds for the game. So I really want Anivia or Brand. Yeah, if you're first place, you can't get what you want. So you have to just make a tier list. So I want Anivia for sure. I want Brand, and I want Soul. Soul to replace my Lulu. Okay, so it's gone. Now I'm thinking to myself, you know, I kind of want the Brand. And we're just going to beeline to it. This makes 3 brands. I don't really like the item, but I think that's okay. We're just keeping Veigar staffed enough to where we can... And at this point, I think to myself, like, maybe the Lulu's not too bad. And I have 73 gold right now, so I'm kind of insane. I think I just end up deciding whether or not I want to level to 9, the max level right here. We decided to re-roll a little bit. Soul is really interesting. I think potentially better than Lulu here. Oh, there's a Kassadin. We decided to re-roll down a little bit. There's a Veigar. I think Veigar is my main carry, so I want to try to 3-star him if possible. But right now, I forgot to reposition my Lissandra, so unfortunately, it's in a bad spot. You see the Yasuo ends up just owning me with really nice knockup. But I think even with that being the case, like, remember, my Veigar is just too stacked. So I killed another person in this game. So I'm feeling really strong right now. 62% health. Only the second place I feel like can even get close to me. And I decide, like, what do I need to give up here? Like, what am I not giving up? Because I want to give Veigar 3 if possible. So give up those 2 for Lulu Veigar. And this is where we decide if we even want Soul. I decide to move away my Lissandra a little bit to make sure that we don't summon the Daisy in some stupid spot. I keep the Lulu here so the Daisy's forced to summon on the bottom and to the left. So we're still rolling here because I feel like we can still maybe find some upgrades. But I think at this point I decided, you know, hey, let's just go 9. We have such a big lead. Let's just go 9 and maybe pick up one of the legendary units. And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like Anivia ulti is really bugged in this game, and you hear the hailstorm the entire game, which is super bad. Yeah, one of those things that a little bit annoying. Bugs to be expected. Now, look at the left UI though. It's so nice, right? I think the UI cleaned itself up really good. And if you see the UIs below Ninja, those are actually the things you have on your bench. Right here, I'm deciding if I want Aurelion Soul. I know Aurelion Soul is really, really strong. So I decide, hey, I'm picking up the second soul and we're just gonna level. So I want to hit level 9, maybe, I don't know what to put in. I think maybe I'm just gonna put in a soul. It doesn't necessarily have any... I don't know if I can put in any more synergies. And I don't, right now I'm debating whether or not I should even go casting. Like, I think 3-starring is a really big bait in this game. And I'm not sure exactly what to do. And the positioning right here is really, really good. Except for the fact that, wait, my Veigar got owned. I thought my position was great, but then the catches ended up cutting straight in. And then just owning me. So I decide, like, I'm a little bit in trouble. I really do not like this positioning, and I think the only reason we lost is because the position was bad. So I decide, hey, I'm gonna swap sides here because he's sacking on the other side. I want them to kind of go like front to back on opposite sides. Take longer time to get to my Veigar. So we're gonna start our reposition here for Dragon. I think PvE rounds in this game are a little bit weak, especially compared to DAC. I hit 9 here and just put in a soul randomly. And I'm still watching to make sure Daisy can't get summoned in a stupid spot. I'm hoping to God in this situation is not to the left of Cannon. But we position to where, yeah, so it's left and up of Cannon, which is excellent. I don't know how it's decided, by the way. Riot never told us, and I just have to figure it out. So we're Glacial stunning the Dragon quite a bit, which is great. You know, have it really easy. And unfortunately, my Veigar stuck here, but it looks like we have it pretty easily as well. And look at what I have. I think I have another. What do I have here? I have another Rage Blade, a Rapid Fire Cannon, which I think to myself, wait, that's super good. So I literally put it at the very far left corner. The range is doubled, and I decided to make a Karthus here because Karthus shows up as another mage, and we just sell the souls for it. I think Sejuani is like super, super powerful here. And it's also my second knight. Sejuani, I think, is generally speaking like one of the best units in the game. But I think maybe it's a little bit hard to fit it in my comp. I would have to take out the Lulu for Sejuani, and I already have 2 Lulus. Just literally look at my Veigar here. You can't even see my Veigar throwing ultis because it's got essentially so much attack speed, so many items, 3 items. I think this game is pretty much over. Like, I have literally everything that I want. I don't see how I could lose, actually. We're looking to divide the Leona too, and that's pretty much it. So it was down to a 1v1, and I'm just like, hey, you know, what can I reasonably level up? And I think I can level up the Karthus and the Leona, and there we go. We found the Karthus too, and that's it. That's pretty much going to be my end comp for the end of the game. We decided just to put all our items on someone because we just need them to shrink and use them before the game's over. I'd probably save my items for a little bit too long this game. Oh, and then the Karthus ulti comes down, kills everyone. I'm still actually surprised this game was so close. And I think to myself, okay, this is just a positioning problem. Because similar to the other thing, like, my Veigar got killed too quickly. And Veigar is everything that I have. Like, and so I decide, we have one more carousel where I think I just want the Karthus. I don't want to take the Karthus. I see a dust, okay? Or the dust. I'm thinking maybe the dust is better or maybe the Karthus is better. He decides to take the dust. I decide to take the Karthus. I think we messed up because I accidentally put it on the wrong unit. I think I thought I took a Karthus. I did not. We decided to put everything on the Karthus anyways. Look, notice I switched sides here and I put Veigar in really far back. He has short range, but with rapid fire cannon, it's not a problem. Veigar is just stupidly stacked right now, and I'm pretty much guaranteed to win if he doesn't die. I hardcore put him on the edge here. I got the 3 Leonas. Unfortunately, it doesn't combine when you buy them while you're in combat. So right here, Veigar got shrunk too here, which sucks. But I think as long as he doesn't die instantly, we're in a good spot. And we do it. That's actually my first win. I bottom 4 the 2 games prior, so I'm really happy about how everything works out. And I'm just really happy. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I say. Okay. But I definitely, like, it's... a lot of the audio cues are added into the game. Like, I can't... Like, with Karthus ultis, I should be able to see something that's like, this is insane, right? And I felt like I wasn't really at the point where I could do that. Oh, wait. Did I not put in a 9th unit? Am I griefing? But I did see how powerful, like, a super stacked Veigar could be, right? And I really liked how the combination of units kind of worked together. I got the 2 Guardians to be my front line. I got an Elementalist, little summon, to be a front line as well, that ended up helping out to do AoE damage when I needed to. And one of the Elementalists even made stun potential with the Braum, so I can everything kind of worked out. I think if to make this comp better, I would just probably sell out the Kassadin or like the Lulu and just put in a soul in there. I think it's just like a way better mage, and I can just AoE people down instantly. I was making a list of pros and cons. I think the cons are like lots of audio missing. I think not being able to push up units really sucks. Like, especially when you're looking to express your skill, it's not possible to do that if you can't push up units. And it's really buggy when it comes off the carousel. I really like the carousel. I can't spell. I think I really dislike the camera lock though. It's not camera lock. You can't pan. The lack of camera panning, because it makes the game feel very singular when you want a party game. And then you have pros. I think the UI is really good. I actually think the Underlord's UI is pretty good as well in hindsight. So this was my 3rd game that I played. I placed bottom 4 in the other 2. I placed 1st place here. Combination of sorcerers, elementalists, a bunch of stuff put together. I'm gonna keep going. There's a good I'm trying to think about the other stuff. I think the clarity of gold interest isn't there. Like it's missing a lot of visual and audio stuff. It would kind of fall under 2, but I really think I should talk about it. Like, I can't tell what interest is without actually without having played the genre before, because it's not super obvious that the globules there are interest. I wouldn't have known if I hadn't played the game before. Aside from that, the movement on the hex system is hard to comprehend. I think it's really difficult for me to understand how units move. I understand they move in DAC because it's like they move straight and like in a line, or they jump if they're an assassin. In this game, the hex system causes stuff to move weirdly, elementalist unit to be summoned strangely, and it's taking me a while to wrap my head around how movement works. I still think the board size still a little small. I do think having a cap of 9 units helps it a little bit, but especially at the very end, my last couple of rounds, I tried to reposition out, and I won the game because I repositioned from left side to right side. But in like, I don't necessarily know if I'll be able to do more nuance than that. Like, because in DAC you're able to like play boxes, you're able to do L's if you're looking to do certain things, and I didn't really feel like I was doing the right positioning that game. I just felt like I didn't know if I had many options to do the right positioning. So I think that was a good game overall to show like what was good about the game and what wasn't. So what else? I know a lot of people are gonna ask, like, would I prefer DAC over TFT? Absolutely, in its current state. Same thing with Underlords for sure. But it's something where I would really want to see how the game looks in like a month or so. I think they have a really unique product. I really like that it's not a copy of DAC, potentially because they can run into a lot of problems where it's like, well, if it's just the inferior copy, there's nothing you can do. if the other game is just better. I think they have a great kind of universe to go from, and I really like a lot of what yeah, I really like a lot of what they ended up doing. The biggest thing is like if they just added more clarity, some kind of like actual feedback to certain things, like audio visual feedback to combining units, to the rolling, to gold, being able to unsnap your camera. A lot of this stuff isn't like gameplay oriented stuff. Outside of the actual board size, like I actually think the core gameplay is very it's good. It's unique and it's good. So I can put that, like, unique things. I think the biggest thing that it has to fix up is mainly this. The audio visual stuff is like what's gonna keep people interested in coming back, and that kind of stuff matters a lot. But aside from that, these are typically my pros and cons about TFT. That last game was really good, and I actually ended up first, so I'm the best player in TFT in the last hour. I can calmly say, can I calmly say that? Actually, there's another lobby. I'm one of the top TFT players in the last hour. Nice. Yes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the TFT content, and I'm sure I'll be hitting you up with a lot more stuff later in the future.